Hello students, welcome back. Today in this video we people will be studying about the principle of conservation of linear momentum. We are going to derive one equation of principle of conservation of linear momentum also. So before that, do not forget to like and subscribe my channel, and please mention your name, class and section in the comment section below. So let's start with this topic of principle of conservation of linear momentum. See students, first of all, before starting with this statement, we should know what is the meaning of linear momentum. See, this word linear means of one straight line and momentum means motion. So if any body is moving on a straight line, then we say that the body is having linear momentum in it. For example, if a car is moving on a road, then that road is a straight line. Okay, and when the car is moving on it, so we will say that the car is having linear momentum in it. So what does this conservation of linear momentum state? It states that in an isolated system where there is no external force acting on the body, then the total momentum of the bodies will remain conserved. See students, in physics, isolated system means that a system in which there is no external force acting on the body. For example, if a ball is rolling on the floor, then we know that in reality, in practical life, this frictional force will act on the ball in the opposite direction to the motion of the body, and it will try to stop the motion of the ball. So in this situation, what is the external force acting on the ball? It is the frictional force which will try to stop the motion of the ball. But if I am talking about conservation of linear momentum, then that this frictional force should not be exerted on this ball. So if frictional force is not acting on the ball, what will happen to the ball? The ball will keep on moving. So let's suppose in an isolated system you are having two bodies, and these two bodies are moving in a straight line. Obviously they will have some momentum in it. So let's suppose after some time they collide. So after collision they will move again. So after collision, whatever momentum, whatever motion these two bodies are having, the sum of that momentum will be equal to the momentum of the bodies which was before collision. So this is only the principle of conservation of linear momentum. So students, let's start with the derivation part now. Let's suppose students, this is body 1 and this is body 2. Body 1 is having mass m1 and body 2 is having mass m2. M1 body is moving with initial velocity u1 and M2 body is moving with initial velocity u2, and they are moving in a straight line. Therefore we are talking about linear momentum. Linear means any body moving in a straight line. So students, what will be the momentum of the first body? We know that momentum is mass into velocity. So the initial momentum of body 1 will be m1 into u1, mass into velocity. And the momentum for second body will be mass into velocity, that is m2 into u2. So if I combine the momentum of these two bodies, then it will be m1 u1 plus m2 u2. This is the total momentum of these two bodies all together before collision. Means till now they have not collided with each other. Now what happens? u1 is greater than u2. Body m1 is moving faster than body m2. So what will happen? A time will come that body 1 will go and strike with body 2. So body having mass m1 will exert some force on m2. Let's suppose the force exerted by first body on second body is F1, and by Newton's third law of motion, body 2 will also exert the same force on body M1 but in opposite direction. So let's suppose F2 is the force exerted by body 2 on body 1. Now after collision, what will happen? Their velocities will change. Now the final velocity of body 1 will become v1 and final velocity for body 2 will become v2. So now what is the final momentum of body 1? It will be mass into velocity, that is m1 into v1, and the final momentum for body 2 will be m2 into v2. So after collision, total momentum of these two bodies all together will become m1 v1 plus m2 v2. In law of conservation of linear momentum, we have to prove that if in this system no external force is acting on the body, then total momentum of these two bodies before collision and total momentum of these two bodies after collision, the values will remain same. So in short, I have to prove m1 u1 plus m2 u2 will be equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Total momentum before collision and total momentum after collision will remain same. So this is what we have to prove in this derivation. So let's start. See, during collision, body 1 is exerting some force on body 2. So let's write force F1 is exerted by body 1 on body 2. See students, now F1 is exerted on body 2. Force is applied on body 2. So what will happen? Acceleration will be produced in body 2 because of the force applied. Again I am repeating, F1 force की वजह से second body में acceleration produce हो जाएगा because some force is exerted on this body. So I will write down acceleration produced on body 2. So it will be A2 because acceleration is produced in second body, which will be final velocity minus initial velocity upon time taken. Let's suppose the time taken during collision is t. So what is the final velocity of this body? The final velocity is v2 and the initial velocity is u2. Acceleration is produced in second body, so we are writing the final velocity and the initial velocity of body 2. So the value of force F1 will be equal to m2 a2 as it is producing acceleration in second body. So it will be equal to m2. Now what is the value of a2? It will be v2 minus u2 upon t. Similarly students, if body 1 is exerting force on body 2, then what will happen? Body 2 will also exert force on body m. So F2 is the force which is exerted by body 2 on body 1. So I am writing here F2 is the force exerted by body 2 on body 1. So body 2 is exerting force on body 1. So what will happen in body 1? If someone is putting force on the body, what will happen? It will produce acceleration. So acceleration produced on body 1. So it will be a1 and that will be equal to the final velocity of body 1, which is v1, the initial velocity of body 1, that is u1 upon t. So the value of force F2 will be equal to m1 into a1, as this force F2 which is exerted by body 2 on body 1 is producing acceleration on body 1. So it will be m1 After putting the value of A1, it will be V1 minus U1 upon T. Students, now we know that by Newton's third law of motion, the force F1 and F2 should be equal, but it should be opposite in direction. So how will I show it mathematically? See, F1 is equal to F2, but as they are opposite in direction, F1 was exerted in this direction, but F2 was exerted in the opposite direction. To show it in the mathematical form, you have to simply put a minus sign, which will show that F1 is acting opposite to that of F2, but their values are same, so I have put an equal to. So what I will do now, I will simply put the value of F1 which I have got before. So F1 is M2 V2 minus U2 upon T equal to, we will put a minus sign from here, and the value of F2 is M1 V1 minus U1 upon T. So this T and T will cancel, and what will be left? M2 into V2 will be M2 V2. This M2 will be multiplied with U2 also with a minus sign, so it will be M2 U2 equal to M1 will be multiplied with V1, M1 V1, and minus plus will give you minus. Minus minus is plus. So M1 will be multiplied with U1 now. It will be M1 U1. So what you have to do? You have to put this initial velocities together because they are having initial velocity U. So what will happen? Just simply write down M2 V2, and this is M1 V1 in negative sign. So this will come here and become positive. So this will come here, it will be M1 V1, M1 U1 plus, this is minus, this will come here and become positive, it will be M2 U2. So this is total momentum of the body after collision as it is having final velocities, and here we are having U, which is representing initial velocity. So this is the initial momentum. So it is total momentum of the body before collision. So students, this is our final expression for law of conservation of linear momentum, in which we have proved that if no external force is acting on the body, then momentum before collision and total momentum after collision will remain same. It will be conserved. It will not change. Hence we can write down here, hence linear momentum is conserved. So students, this was all for today. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you people understood the principle of conservation of linear momentum. In the next session, we'll study about the applications of conservation of linear momentum. So till then, you people take care, stay safe, and bye-bye.